Oh, hey, so I found out that I can record through YouTube straight. Um, Neat. Still don't think I have the feature to like turn the camera around. Oh well. I'm gonna make this quick, even though I said it in the last video that I was gonna make it quick. But it's bedtime. It's like 1 o'clock here. So, part two. I'm home from the hospital. Basically, get dumped off into my room because my coworkers need to go to work. So the one that came and helped me, that spoke Korean, had to go, and then my other coworker who's been helping me, she helped me get into the apartment and onto my bed. Again, basically, it was just kind of like, okay, glad you're home, bye. In the nicest of ways. It wasn't rude, but basically they had to go to work. I remember napping a lot and having to scoot around the floor because I tried to get up. And it turns out that if your bed is only 1.5 feet off the ground, I won't even say 1.5 feet, it's a little above my ankle. So if your bed is like 1 foot to a half a foot off the ground, it's a little hard to get up, especially when you're in a lot of pain. So I spent most of my time just scooting around the floor. I took a couple of showers because that was the only way I could use the restroom, which is, I know, TMI. But it was awful, like the first couple of days, because I was mostly sleeping and I was by myself because my coworkers had training on Saturday. So I was gone, or I was pretty much on my own all of Saturday until after 6 or 7 p.m. 5 or 6, I would say. And so my coworker came up. She helped me get up. Got to use the bathroom like a proper human. And then we went and had dinner at this place. I don't know the name of it, and I really should because I eat there quite often. But we get like kimchi jjigae. It's like kimchi, beef, soup, ramen sometimes, rice most of the time. There's like green onions and something else, tofu. So there's like a lot of things. It's pretty good. Really hits the spot sometimes that I am sad and I need something to eat. It's kind of like, it's spicy, but now like I've gotten used to the spice, so it's just more comforting. So I would say just like a little bit spicy still, but really great. So got some jjigae. My coworker dropped me off and went off to do her Saturday Night Life, which is fine because again, hate having people come around and having to help me. So I was like, okay, bye, see ya. Again, most of Sunday about the same way. I got to get up and walk a little bit longer. And I'm just so slow. It's so slow. I would say just like a half hour it took for me to get from somewhere that should have taken like 5 minutes most, even less, because it's literally going up to my apartment into a CU, which is on the first floor and down a hallway. So very strange, or I shouldn't say strange, very, very slow. Very strange how slow I went. On Monday, my leg needed to get rewrapped. And so I probably should have gone Saturday, but again, not having help and the hours being what they were, I was like, I'm not going to go to a hospital in time. By hospital, it's like doctor's office, basically. So when I was released from the hospital, they're like, oh, all doctors do it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I went to the hospital that I normally go to for drug testing and health checkup for work. So I think I've been like once or twice there. But they're like, yeah, we don't do dressing. And I'm like, okay, well, who does dressing? And so they looked online and they gave me the dermatologist. I'm like, the dermatologist? Like, the dermatologist, like the skin doctors. They're like, yeah, they'll do the dressing. I'm like, okay. And so I called them because they gave me their number. And I was like, hi, do you guys do dressing? Like, do you guys do the disinfecting of the knee after my knee surgery? And they're like, let me talk. And then they hung up on me. And then I called again like a few minutes later because the janitor had mopped the floor. So I was like, I'll just wait for the floor to dry and call them again, seeing how they're not calling me back. And so I called them and I was like, hey, I just called earlier about the dressing. They're like, oh, yeah, we do that. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me go to you guys. It took me, again, another like hour to walk back to my apartment, make sure I had everything for work. And then I called a taxi, got down to the office where they do the dermatology. And, God, out of the deepest embarrassment of my entire life, I did not have my card to pay the taxi. And I was calling people frantically, and I was like, do you want to just like sit and like run the meter? I'm like, I don't care. Like, I feel bad. You should get money for this. And he was just like, get out. Like, he was very mad, but also was like 3,000 won. So I don't think he cared. I think he was more angry. Like, just get out of my car. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, go. Sorry. Try not to cuss on this. But, yeah, again, very embarrassing moment in my life. So, my coworker was bringing me my debit card, and I was kind of hoping, I'm like, go quick, like, run to me, please. But she ended up, taking a cab herself, which was weird. And then she, like, came in, and she was like, yeah, I don't know why I took a cab. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, it's done is done. Even if she had ran, like, that guy was gone, like, long before she probably even stepped foot out of the apartment. So we go up to the dermatologist because she has my card. And of course, if I have to pay, how am I going to do that? So we go up and they tell me, no, like, we don't do dressing. And so I was like, I am in so much pain. I have walked up and down a hill, which is not even a quarter of a mile away from my house. Or a steep incline, but it was so much effort for me to go there. And I had to go back, and I had to get into this taxi by myself, and that was like 3 people helping me. I'm like, can you call this office? I'm like, they had sent me back to the original hospital that said that they wouldn't do the dressing. So I'm like, can you please help and call and see if they do it for sure? I'm like, it's very painful to travel. And they're like, we can't help you. So I'm crying, and I'm like, I can't believe, like, it's just so much pain of walking, and then the fact that my dressing was slipping and caused me like some discomfort in the night. So I was tired. I was chafing from walking so much with a loose cast, and I had to go into work, and I threw a big hissy fit because I was just so mad about it, and I didn't eat all day. And so I just was like, this is me throwing a hissy fit. So after work, I got some fried chicken and relaxed because I was like, that was too much of a show for such a small inconvenience. Shouldn't say small inconvenience, but it was still, in the grand scheme of things, such a small inconvenience. The next day I did find a good orthopedic doctor's office, not a surgeon, that my original searches had been giving me. Thank you, Boss Ruby, yay! Yeah, I don't know why it took forever to find it, but I did, yay! Got it wrapped. It's more comfortable to walk. Today's Wednesday, and it's not a lot of pain walking. I just got a little nauseous from the medicine that I get. It's to treat varicose veins, and it's like in a digestant as well. So that, I think I didn't eat enough or something, but it just made me so nauseous. So I don't know. I'll see if I keep taking it. But I took a taxi this morning because it was raining. I'm very slow and I was running late. So took a taxi, got there. Tried to do the same at night, but nighttime is when they get most of their money, so they don't want to do small $3 fares. But yeah, it's so cold now. It was 6 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, which is like lower than my normal lower than my normal winter. Also, I'm wearing dresses now because I try to put on pants today and it's very hard. I can get shorts and I can get underwear because it's easy for me to lift up my foot with my other foot to press it under. Basically, I have to use my left foot to pick up my right leg. And it's just easier to get something that is quick under my foot so I can pull it up the rest of my leg. So, could not get pants on. So I'm wearing a skirt or dress and it's windy and I'm wearing a sweater. So far, I'm like, that has been helping me because it's not that cold when you're working out, basically. I'm jogging outside. That's what I'm doing, is I'm lifting my body weight several thousand times every step. Yay. But yeah, it was cold because of the rain, so that stunk. But yeah, that's post-surgery life. It's just finally was able on Sunday to get up out of my bed. So now I'm a little bit more independent. I would say like 95% independent. But yeah, I'm actually having my friends come over and I'm embarrassed for them to come over, but I'm like, dude, I'm broken and I need to move on Thursday next week. And I'm like, I don't have I have some clean clothes, but basically if I'm going to do laundry, I'm going to have to like pile clothes onto myself and then like scoot to my washing machine and then somehow move my drying rack close by so that way I can like hang my clothes up. And I'm like, it's just, there's too much, and like you can't move the drying rack when there's clothes on it, as I learned the hard way when I sliced my thumb open. Yeah, you can't move the drying rack when there's clothes on it. So I was like, guys, I really hate asking for help, but I am broken. I can't clean. I can't pack. I'm like, I really need some help. And so hopefully this weekend we can get things all put together. I'm going to ask some coworkers if they can help me move on Thursday, like hopefully morning, or if anything at like night. I really hope not. Because like for sure have to be out by noon on Friday. The new person's going to be moving in. I'm going to have them hopefully maybe come over this weekend to do laundry and like lay claim to some stuff so I don't have to drag things to a new place. I mean, some of it'd be nice to keep. So we'll see. But yeah, so it is a mess. I'll give you a small preview. Like, here are my medicines. Here are the medicines and like snack containers that I was using so that I could eat. And over there is my recycling that's stacking up. And then somewhat dirty kitchen that you can kind of see a little bit. Again, it's just mainly, I got my dishes clean because again, I can be more upright and mobile, but trying to get trash over is much more difficult. And then of course, like actually transporting the trash to the dumpster is a journey in and out of itself. So, oh God, it's just such a mess. Like, I'm so ready to have some helping hands. I just feel like awful. I wish I could clean before they could clean for me because it's just garbage in here. It's just a mess. But yeah, that's post-surgery life. I am hanging in there. And yeah, that's about it. I will talk to you guys later. Remember, text me, email me. It's easy to stay in contact. I'm trying to keep up with these videos. I did talk with my mom about maybe making this weekly. So we'll see. I definitely will have to wait until after the move for the new video. But yeah, that's about it. I will go to bed now. See you guys.